Yo, what's going on, everybody? You're watching Giants Now by Chat Sports. I am your host, Marshall Green. We're going to answer some questions from subscribers here on today's show. A lot to talk about. Could be looking at the offseason, could be looking at the draft, could be looking at free agency. The Giants right now, their season is all but over when it comes to the playoff picture. It's about the future and what is coming down the line. And I'm excited to see what all the Giants fans are talking about. If we didn't get to your question today, change that because you need to subscribe. Subscribers, questions only. Jay Sports Card says, hey, Marshall, what's the deal with the lack of Jaylin Hyatt? The Giants are wasting him. I'm not going to say the Giants are wasting Jaylin Hyatt. Look, this offense isn't very good. I think if you asked every offensive playmaker on this team about their season, they would say it's been disappointing. They simply have not scored enough points and have not accumulated enough yards for anyone's stats to look good, and that includes Saquon Barkley. I do not love the lack of involvement that Hyatt has in this offense at times. They continue. I want to see Jaylin Hyatt take the snaps of Darius Slayton. I know who Darius Slayton is. He is what he is at this point. He makes too much money. You're paying him $7 million per year. You should cut him after this year, save that money, and invest it into the offensive line. I would like to see the remainder of the season Jaylin Hyatt play more. They threw him 2 slants yesterday. I don't know if I'm going to say both those are drops. At least one of those were drops. Looks like he has a limited route tree so far. Some of the early questions were true, have come to truth, I guess you could say, in his rookie year. I still believe in the player. I think when he gets put together with a good quarterback, he's going to show that he could be an explosive weapon in this league. I just hope it's in time for the Giants to get a quarterback to help him do that. Saquon Barkley is him, says, at this point, I don't think we should draft a QB. Give Daniel Jones another chance. Get him some good help. Agree, Marsh? No, I do not agree. I think the Daniel Jones experiment should be over if you are the New York Giants. Kind of like what I said about Darius Slayton. I know who Daniel Jones is. I think he's a decent quarterback. I don't think he raises your talent, like if you just had a generic team and all it didn't have was a quarterback, I don't think Daniel Jones is raising the expected win total for that team. I also think that Daniel Jones kind of showed that when the playbook opened up a little bit more this year, they had more talent around him. He didn't really capitalize with it. I think it's got to be a very vanilla playbook and schematically basic for Daniel Jones to excel and have success. I don't think he reads the field well. I don't think he gets from progression to progression well. And I don't think he makes a lot of big plays. So I'm moving on from Daniel Jones. I think the Giants should draft a quarterback, but that's just my opinion. I do know this. You should subscribe to Giants Now by Chat Sports. We continue to put out content every single day. We're going to continue to do that in the offseason, and we're not going anywhere. We're going to be here all offseason. When other channels take a break, we ain't taking a break. So subscribe. Free updates every day. Jimmy Corleone, my man. What up, Brody? You think DeVito, with a little coaching, can be the guy? No, I do not think that Daniel Jones. I don't think Daniel Jones can be the guy either anymore. I also don't think Tommy DeVito can be the guy. Do I think that there is a future for him in the NFL? Absolutely. I think Tommy DeVito could have a long career as a spot starting backup quarterback in this league. I don't think the arm's big enough. I don't think the processing is there. And I just don't think he has it. I don't think he has the juice to be a franchise quarterback. I mean, there's a reason he was an undrafted free agent. Not everybody's Brock Purdy. Not a lot of times 32 general managers miss on a guy 7 times each. And he proves you wrong. I think DeVito will have a good career. He's better than I thought he was. I think he'll be a good backup for this team. I think he'll get better. He only can get better. He's going to get better. I don't think he's a franchise guy, though, Jimmy. Giants edits. Do we trade down in the draft? It's an interesting question because you could look at it 2 ways. The Giants need more good players, and you could pick more good players if you have more picks. But the Giants also need game changers. They also need needle movers. They need more dogs. And you get dogs more likely at the top of the draft. You have 4 picks already inside the top 70. More darts equals higher success of those 4 guys being good. Matters how the board shakes out, but I would say just stick and pick. Get the best player available. Get the guy that's the best player. Because the Giants need more best players. They don't have a lot of those right now. We'll get to more questions coming up in a second, but I got to tell you guys about our proud sponsor, Game Time, the #1 ticketing app in the game. Open the App Store on your phone. Download the Game Time app. Just go into the search and type in Game Time and download it. The logo looks like it does on the bottom right of the screen. That might be the left. Bottom left of the screen. And then when you download the app, put in the promo code Giants Chat. You're going to get $20 off. Promo code Giants Chat. Get $20 off your first purchase on Game Time. NBA tickets, NFL tickets, but not just sporting events. You can go to concerts. You can go to theater events. You can go to musicals and so much more. It's the best seats for the lowest prices guaranteed. You get a view of the event from your seat before making the purchase. I'm a huge fan. You'll love Game Time as well. Download them and use the promo code Giants Chat. Gabe Zielinski. There's no way I said that right. Says, I want Jayden Daniesl. Well, one, change your profile picture because we all hate Kadarius Toney. Can we all actually just get an FKT in the chat right now? Can we all get an FKT in the chat, F Kadarius Toney? But I'm with you. Jayden Daniels, if I can't get Drake May or I can't get Caleb Williams, I want the Giants to draft Jayden Daniels. He's an elite playmaker. I think he's a needle mover. And I think he's a guy that Brian Dable can build a franchise around. Gabe, you know Bo. Cha! What up, Mr. Rick? Any word on JMS? He didn't play well. Has not been good this year. I'm going to give him a pass. I'm going to say that Bobby Johnson has proven one thing in his time as the offensive line coach for the Giants. He has not been able to get the best out of anyone outside of Andrew Thomas. Giants cannot afford for John Michael Schmitz to be bad and Evan Neal to be bad. You can't use 2 picks on 2 offensive linemen inside the top 55 or whenever John Michael Schmitz was picked, and they both be bad. So, yeah, he needs to be better. He needs to be better. Jay Sports Card, with the recent play, do you think we should re-sign Xavier McKenna? It's going to come down to price point for Xavier McKenna. I think that he is a above average safety in this league. I don't think he's anything special. I think if Xavier McKenna plays or doesn't play, the spread in Las Vegas is the exact same. I don't think he changes the game too much. I'm not paying him top dollar money when it comes to the safety market. I'd like to have him back, but I'm not overpaying for him. I think that you could find a lot of people to do what Xavier McKenna does. Upside to Life says, how would you feel about the Giants trading up to get a wide receiver? Trading up from pick 7 to get a wide receiver? The only receiver you're trading up for at that point is for Marvin Harrison Jr. If you mean trading up from the second round, maybe into the back half of the first, a couple of guys you can go and get there. I don't know if I'm trading up for a receiver, though, just because there's so many other holes on this team that they have to fill. And with 4 picks inside the top 70, I'd rather use those 4 picks than to trade up for Marvin Harrison Jr., even though I do think he's going to be an elite receiver. But you also need a tackle. You need an edge rusher. You need a quarterback. You need another safety. And you need a receiver. A lot of stuff to fill. Nope. What are the biggest holes on defense right now? Pass rusher, corner, and I'd say safety. Pass rusher, corner, safety. Playmakers. Guys that affect games. Guys that make shit happen. They need more of those guys. Doers. They need more doers. Matthew Shackelford. That's not a real name. Yeah, it is. Maybe. Potentially. With all due respect. What is the future for this offense? Hopefully, Brian Dable calling the plays. Hopefully, Brian Dable calling the plays for the 2024 season. Brian Dable was hired to be the head coach of the Giants for what he has done as an offensive coordinator in this league. Your back's against the wall. Go call plays. All the good teams do it. Andy Reid, Kyle Shanahan, even the fucking Cowboys are doing it with Mike McCarthy. Go call plays. Or you have another bad season in year 3, you might be calling plays for someone in the XFL. As always, make sure you are subscribed to Giants Now, as we appreciate everybody that joined us on today's video. We'll be back tomorrow with another Giants Now video on YouTube, so subscribe and turn notifications on.